You know, you may be sitting here today, and I thought about something that Paula looked over at Tim and said, "You're making me sing all the songs I've written." We write those songs because we've been through something. You understand what I'm saying? You may be here today and you may have been touched over the auction. Your neighbor sitting next to you may have said something that just kind of triggered a little emotion in your mind. I want to tell you something. You may not know what that means, but it may take 5 years, like it did for me. You don't know what had to be went through to write power in the cross. But I can understand what that means. There's power in the cross. For a man that laid his life down for me. And I did not deserve it. He knew that I would be a sinner. He knew that I would do things I shouldn't do. But yet He waited. He allowed me to be born. And He covered my sins before I ever even got here. And today, before you ever came to this place, He knew what you needed. And I thought many times, and this is the thing that goes through a songwriter's mind. I didn't know Paul had written that many songs. That's some great stuff. But as a songwriter, we feel sometimes that, well, those get old to somebody. The only song that don't get old to nobody is "You Can't Tell Me I'm Dying." It don't get old to Mama Sue. But I thought about it as I sat on my deathbed and I died. I was dying. And Ronnie Henson called me. That may not mean nothing to you all, but it meant a lot to me. Because I knew that I had written quite a few songs and it had no magnitude of what this man could write. You're all familiar with The Lighthouse. I'll just leave it at that. He wrote that. And I thought about the songs and I thought, man, I don't like to perform the songs that I've written in front of Ronnie Henson. Until one day he looked at me and said, "Man, you're a good songwriter." That meant a lot to me. "Paula, you're a good songwriter." Those mean a lot to the people that understands what the power in the cross is. And they can feel it because of what you had to go through to write them. And it took me to the song that I wanted to do first. I never make a list. I was told one time, "You need to make a list." Let me tell you something. I don't care where I perform or how big the crowd is. I've stood in front of 40,000. I've stood in front of 650,000 on the Capitol steps in Washington, D.C. without a list. Amen. But when you sit and you say, "God, what you want me to sing?" I don't care if you say the ABCs. If you say I'm under the anointing of God, somebody's going to be touched. And if He tells you to get up and say the ABCs, you better get up and be saying the ABCs. I want to tell you something. I'm going to sing this song. This was the #1 song for the month in Christian Voice. 37 for 2 months or 30 something, like up 30s for singing news. But that don't mean nothing. I remember when Paula was still on my couch, when they came to visit me after I came home from the hospital. My wife didn't tell me that the doctor said I was going to have a heart transplant. She didn't want to tell me that. Ronnie Henson spilled that one. But you know what I did? I didn't have to have a heart transplant. Some of you sitting here today don't have an idea of what's going on in your body. Or you're emotionally scarred. Somebody 20 years ago done something to you and hurt you. Somebody said something last week and hurt your feelings. I hope you left your feelings outside. If you didn't, you can lay them at the altar before you leave. That's how I feel about it. Because I've been stepped on. I've been down. I've had some sit their foot on top of me and hold me there. And you have too. I've had my rent-to-own couch came and picked up and took back to the store because I didn't have the money. They've come and got my big screen because I didn't have the money. Listen, I'm being real. My wife, if I stand up here, she'll squeeze my arm. It's all right to be poor. And it's all right to be rich if you can handle it. It's all right to have things. It's all right not to have things. I've been on both sides. But I want you to listen to a song called "I Can't Explain It." They asked him, they said, "How did you get what you got? How did you get where you're at?" I said, "I can't explain it, but I know it's coming." That's all it takes is obeying the will of God. Listen to the words of this song. I'm doing this for you today. Somebody's been through a few things. sometimes things don't go your way. You're reminded of some things that haunt your yesterday. You gotta lift your hands toward heaven, just give thanks for what He's done. He reminds you that your yesterday is no longer His concern. So I can't explain what He has done. You see how He comes through when no one else can, and how things so hopeless. There's gonna be victories you won. I can't explain it, but I know that it's God. That's what these words. You may be troubled in your circumstance, and you don't know where to go. Is every step you make too much chance? Do your body seem so long? Listen, Jesus sees and love we got. We were on our strange seas, and we can say when we reach our mountain, look what my Jesus has done. Because I can't explain. You see what He has done for me in my circumstance, how He comes through when no one else can. And how things don't hold. There's gonna be victories you won. See, I can't explain it, but I know that it's God. I can't explain what He has done for me. You see how He comes through. When no one else can. For you ladies and yours to God today, how things so hopeless become victories I won. See, I can't explain it, but I know that it's God. See, I can't explain it, but I know that it's God. I want to challenge you. I want to step you through this just a little bit. Yeah, it's hot up here too, buddy. Have you ever been through any misfortune? Have you spent your whole life and said, is this all that it's going to be for me? I rolled over and I looked out the hospital window 1 year, 4 months ago, and I said, well, this is it. I spent 20 years in the coal mines underground. I traveled with Mom and Dad in them old vans and got carbon monoxide poisoning. I hated singing on the road. It was a miserable life. It's still a miserable life. But with the power and the strength of God and the Holy Ghost anointing in my life, it's a lot better. I want to ask you something. I want to challenge you today. If you're here and you say, well, I don't know how I'm going to do it Monday. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. Let me tell you something. I'm not pointing at you for no reason, because I know there's something that you need God to move in. That's how He does. He's given me that power, the discernment to go to somebody and say, God's going to move. But you got to let Him. But you got to receive it yourself, and it's here today, and you better receive it while it's here. Come on, it's already got it. I can't explain what He has done. You see how He came through when no one else can, and how things so hopeless. There'll be victories you won. I can't explain it, but I know that it's God. Sometimes we travel through our circumstance, and we don't know where to go. Is every step we make took my chance? Our valleys get so low, but I know this: Jesus is a mighty God. When I'm on my strange seas, and I can say when I reach my look what the Lord has done for me. I can't explain what He
go through a few things. How many's ever been through the fire? I know y'all know this one. This is the church favorite. Help us sing and worship with us. Maybe times of question, certain circumstances that I could not understand. Yeah, many times I'm trying to never lose your vision. Weakness blurs my vision, and my frustration gets out of hand. But you know what? It's in my every mind. I've never been forsaken. I've never had to stand one task alone. I just look at all my victories. Let the power of God rise up in me and say it's through the fire my weakness is made strong. He never promised that the cross would not get heavy. My old heel will not be hard to undo. He never offered one victory without fighting, but he said I would always come in time. Just remember when you're standing in the valley of decision, that adversary says say, oh devil, just hold. Somebody look at me and say, no devil, hold on to my Jesus. It's gonna show up, and he will take you through the fire again. Oh, I like this part. You need to proclaim this. Say, I know within myself that I'm gonna surely perish. Oh, and if I trust the hand of my God, he'll shoot flames again. Yes, he will.
You heard me say part of my testimony. Brother back here said, so you have been through a heart condition too. I want to tell you something. 1 year ago this past January, well, 1 year ago today, not this day, but sometime yesterday or the day before or tomorrow, we were standing here. I was recovering from heart surgery. Some of you haven't heard the testimony. How many's heard the testimony? How many hasn't? Great, I'm going to tell you then. I had 3 days to live. I had 11% heart function. I couldn't make it. But 6 years ago, I'd written a song called You Can't Tell Me I'm Dying. And I wrote about a man laying on an deathbed, fighting for his life. And how his family gathered around him. And the doctor said, I've done everything I can. I can't do nothing else. They wheeled me into surgery. I rolled over on my side. Son, get on the piano. Is that all right, Donnie? Can you play the piano? Get over on that piano. I want you to give me E. I'm going to sing you a song that isn't recorded. So if you don't mind, don't run out and record it right here. Battle Cry. Edward's family. Don't run off with the song. You can't swallow. I can't reach it back to you anyway. But I rolled over on my side and I began to write a song called You Can Know How It Feels. And I don't know why when Paula sang there's power in the cross. You may never know the testimony of where that came from. They're going to keep you a long time. You're going to love Tony's group. You're going to love these people. They're awesome. We're just crazy. We don't know no bit. We're peculiar. We don't. You said we was, didn't you? You don't even know us that way. And you said we was peculiar. Said it right to my face in cursive. But I rolled over on my side and I looked out that window on a cold January day in Lexington, Kentucky. Dim. And I said, well, I guess this is it. And my wife crawled up in the bed with me. Listen to what I'm fixing to tell you. We're just going to do a few more, or as many as Paula tells us to do. My wife crawled up in the bed and she began to cry. I'm fixing to tell you a picture of you all. I saw every one of you. Remember this red shirt. Remember this blue shirt. Remember these red pants. You'll fix to see what I'm fixing to tell you. You got red here, you got red here, you got blue here. My wife crawled up in the bed after the doctor came in. And I rolled over. And that was when Ronnie Henson called. That lifted my spirits a little bit. And he called and he said, Brother Tony, this is Ronnie Henson. Can't say it like him. I smiled. He said, the Lord told me to pray for you. And he told me to pray for every cell, every DNA, every vessel in your body, from your little toe to the crown of your head. And he began to call off my body parts and my limbs and my fingers. No wonder he could write. He knew words I've never heard. I believe he invented them. But I want you to know I'm praying for you. And I mean that with all my heart. If you put on Facebook, pray for me, I'm not going to write praying just like I used to do and say I'm praying. And that's what people do. Well, you know what I did? I lied to 5,000 people at one time when I said I was praying for you because all I done was wrote prayer. I didn't bow my head and pray. But a man that called me had millions of other people he could have called. But God spoke to him. And he called me. And he began to pray. And I said, Ronnie, I'm writing a song called You Can Know How It Feels. I worked in the coal mines and I made good money. God said, don't travel again for me. I said, ain't no way. Fool with a bus? You got to be kidding. Sing? You got to be kidding. Donnie, it's hard, ain't it? And I said, what do you think about this? He began to pray. When we got done, I said, Ronnie, you can know how it feels to be on a mountain high. You can know how it feels to just break down and cry. You see what I mean? This was our conversation. Sis, you can know how it feels. You can know how it feels to leave her today and not know where you're going to get the electric bill from. Or be sitting in the living room with your beautiful wife like me. You can look at us singers, sometimes you think we never go through nothing. You can watch the man go around behind the house and you begging him not to turn the power off. Give me one more day. Give me 2 hours. Let me go borrow the money. Anybody ever been there? You don't have to be ashamed. I'm there. If God don't bless me and feed me, I don't eat. Let me finish this conversation. This will go on the new project next month. You can know how it feels to be on your mountain high. You can know how it feels
You can know how it feels, because we called up these old friends. So can you help me? Can you pray for me? They said this might be the end. Ronnie Henson looked at me and said, but you see most things in life, you can know how it feels. Then I said, well, Ronnie, you know what? You can know how it feels to sail the ocean wide. He said, you can know how it feels, that old jet airplane in flight. And I said, you can know how it feels, because I called up these old friends. I called Mama Sue. I said, Mama Sue, can you help me? They said this might be my end. But you see, most things in life, Ronnie told me, you can know how it feels. And I rolled over and I said this, but you can't know how it feels to give your only son, watch him be ridiculed as the blood begins to run. And you can't know how it feels to see him hang his head and die. That's what God said. And cry, Father, forgive them as he passed from this life. But you see, most things in life, you can know. Let's do that verse one more time. I said, you can't know how it feels. For the man that was there last night, that had to let his son go this week. Watch him be ridiculed, watch his blood begin to run. And you can't know how it feels to see him hang his head and die. He said, Father, forgive everybody at WJCR on this day as he passed from this life. He said that, whether you believe it or not, say, you can know how it feels. Son, come here and say, sometimes it takes a mountain. Don't ever think what you go through don't mean something. When the hurricane hit down where we live in Panama City Beach. The hurricane came through, you just have to see it to believe it if you haven't been there. It blew all the church signs away, so the denomination was out the way. They were gathered in one mind and one accord to pray for each other. What's it going to take to get your attention? Tell me that today. Come on, son. I'll fix the mountain like I've never faced before. That's why I'm calling on you, Lord. Pray for his mind. And I know it's been a while, but hear me when I pray. I need you now, like I've never held before. You know why? Sometimes it takes a mountain. You're gonna have to go through some things. Sometimes the trouble seems. Sometimes it takes a desert to get a hold of me. But his love is so much stronger. Yes, it is. Than whatever troubles me. How many knows God's bigger? Sometimes it takes a mountain, yes it does, hallelujah, to trust you and believe. Say this. Sometimes it takes a mountain. Sometimes I won't see. Yes, it does. Come on now. Sometimes it takes a day. I don't know about you, but I've been in some dry seasons in my life. And say, God, where are you? But He was testing me through it all. When I found out in my adversity, church, listen, that His love is so much stronger. Yes, it is. It was the sometimes it takes a mountain. Yes, it does. Hallelujah. To trust you and believe. Can you say that one time? Say it. Sometimes it takes a mountain to trust you and we're going to do 2 more songs. You can't tell me I'm dying. Let me tell you. I want to thank each and every one. How many has this on Facebook? Well, all 2 of you. Let me tell you, y'all feel the anointing of God in here. I'm going to tell you something. These dogs start running the aisles. You better fall in behind them because they're feeling something. Don't let, hey, come on, brother. Come up here. I want everybody to hear this.
We're not wasting no time.
I'm telling you, God is a healer. I told them when the doctors fixed me up, they came out and told Tina that I would have to have a heart transplant in 2018. She didn't tell me that. There's my brother. Hey, fellas. I love you. She didn't tell me nothing about it. But I said, when the doctors healed me up, sewed me up, I said, left something in there. They left God working in my life. You wonder why I'm like I am? Because I know God's in me.
Yeah, that's right.
I ain't got no reason to be dignified and not sweat. Paula sat on our couch in our living room. And I thank God. I would look at everything a whole lot different. These are ministries that you're seeing today. I said, if I ever figured out one thing, I wasn't looking to call WJCR.